guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa, for those of you who don't know, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a wear test. So you guys really seem to be loving my wear test. If you guys are new to my channel, I do have super oily skin. So today I'm going to be putting the Smashbox Foundation to the test. This is, the claims are 24 hours, full coverage, oil and shine control, soft focus blurring effect, waterproof, and this is the Studio Skin 24-hour foundation. So I'm super excited to see how this is going to work for my skin. But before we jump into the video, I just want to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to my channel. Let's get me to 300 subscribers because I do have a little mini giveaway at my 300 subscriber mark. So I'm so darn excited. So please subscribe, and if you hit the post notification bell, you can get notified of all of my future uploads. I usually do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. EST. So let me stop talking and let's just get on into this video, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my face. I usually use the Smashbox Photo Focus Primer Water, but today I'm just gonna be using the NYX. This is the Bear With Me Prime Set and Refresh water. I do have oily skin, but I find that I just need to put a little bit of water on my face just to give myself that extra hydration. So while that is sinking in, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit more about this foundation. Okay, so on Sephora, this has 4 out of 5 stars, 591 reviews. It retails for $36. And a matte finish, it's good for normal, dry, combination, or oily skin. This is a weightless 24-hour full coverage foundation with oil and shine control that is also waterproof, sweat resistant, and won't look cakey or cause blemishes. So that is awesome. So they say that a little bit goes a long way with this foundation, so you don't need a lot of it, which is great. And they also have 40 shades. So I picked up the shade 3.15 skin tone medium undertone neutral. I hope that this is going to be a good match for me. I feel like it should be. It might be a little bit tan, but we'll make it work like always. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my skin. So one of my favorites from Smashbox, this is the Oil and Shine Control Primer. I love this. If you have oily skin, you are going to love this. It works so well, and I kind of just place it wherever I get really oily, which is like right my T-zone, basically all over my face because I am pretty oily. But this is in my makeup bag, like that's how often I use that. And this is also a newer release too. I think it came out in the summer. Okay, so while that kind of sinks in, I'm just going to color correct really quick. Okay, so now that you guys are zoomed in, I have a little sponge here, and then I also do have my handy dandy brush. This is a Sigma F80. I'm just going to take this, and it's like a little squeezy tube, and I think that's so cool. So I don't know if I should apply this on my face or like on my the back of my hand. Okay, so I think this should be an okay match. I don't know if this is too much, but we're gonna test it out. So I just put some spots on my face, and you guys can see I do have like acne and texture. Okay, so I feel like this foundation is not the best match for me. It's coming out okay on camera, but in person it looks more orangey. It definitely looks more orangey. It did cover up my scars pretty well though. I really don't know how I feel about it with the sponge. It feels like really dry. Okay, I'm gonna try it with a brush on the other half of my face. I feel like that might be a little bit better, and I'm going to actually just apply it to the back of my hand. I don't smell anything. This feels like incredibly lightweight, guys. I'm just dragging this down a little bit more. I do agree with the claims, like a little bit goes a long way with this. I feel like I may have to get my actual shade in this. It's weird, like I feel like I'm not really rubbing anything on my face, if that makes any sense. But the coverage is pretty good. I mean, you guys see like it covered up my redness, the acne. It made my skin look like my skin. It's just like better, if that makes any sense. I'm just gonna take a little bit more, and I want to build it up. I kind of like it with a brush a little bit better. I don't know why, but I feel like lately I have been loving foundations with brushes better. I like it. I mean, I feel like it's really matte. Like, I don't feel it. It doesn't feel like tacky on my skin. It feels like my skin is just better. Like, I don't feel anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put on some concealer. And usually when I do have a foundation that is a little bit more yellow, I like to put on a concealer like all over my face and just kind of blend it all out. I'm not gonna do that today because I don't want that to interfere with the rest of the foundation. So I feel like that blended out very pretty. And that was the Jouer concealer. I'm sorry, I don't remember if I said that. It's weird. I feel like I don't even have to like set my face because my face doesn't even feel like tacky. But I still am going to set my face just because that is what I always do. And I'm just gonna set my under eyes first, and I'm just gonna go in with the Jeffree Star powder. And I have been loving going in with a sponge and just kind of not baking, but taking that powder and just spreading it out all over my under eye. And I actually am just going to set the rest of my face. I'm really loving it. Like, I really like it. And like looking at my pores look like really filled. They look good. Like, my face looks smooth, my face feels smooth. I definitely need a lighter shade, just even like looking at me right now. I don't know why it's not picking up on the viewfinder, but it's just not really matching with me. I feel it more golden. I really like how that felt. Like, instantly it just feels matte, and instantly it just blurred out my pores. I don't know, I just really like the way that felt. Like, I don't know, it's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup off camera because I want to keep this video a little bit shorter than my usual wear test. And the check-in time, it is 10:30 a.m. right now, so I'm going to try to leave this on all day. I do have a pretty busy day. I'm not going to be wearing any lipstick. I do have a dentist appointment. Okay guys, so check-in time is 10:46, but I actually did finish my makeup at 10:30, so we're going to call it that check-in time for actually finishing up my foundation. So I have to say, I really love how this turned out. So everything blended out so smooth on top of this foundation. There was no tugging, there was no foundation moving around. It just stayed put, and it just looks really pretty. Like, up close, my pores look blurred up close. Like, I don't see any of my bumps or texture or anything like that. I really love how it looks. I feel like I definitely need a better match, but I mean, it looks stunning. It looks so beautiful, and I really do like this. So makeup, I did something very natural. I just used my Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I used Melt highlight in Gold Aura. I used the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate Set Powder in Dark as my bronzer. I used a Catrice blush in Berry. I used Thrive Cosmetics mascara on my top lash line, on my top lashes. On my bottom lashes, I used the Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny mascara, and that's everything I used. Oh, I used the Tarte Stay Awake on my waterline. So super easy like look. Literally it took me like 15 minutes, which is amazing. So I definitely really love how this looks, guys. I hope that it stays looking like this all day. I do have to say, I did like it blending better a little bit with the brush and compared to the sponge, and that is just because I felt like it's matte, so it was a little bit tougher to blend out with my sponge. I mean, I could still use my sponge, I could use either or, but that's just a personal preference. I have been more on a brush kick lately, so that could definitely be it, but I really do like how it blended a little bit better with the brush, and it was easier to drag down my neck as well. So I feel like that's just the only recommendation that I do have thus far. And I really love how it looks, I'm not even gonna lie. So, oh, for setting spray, I don't think I mentioned, I used my Morphe setting spray, and this is just a setting spray. I'm trying to go through all of my setting sprays, so this is just one that I'm just trying to get through right now. But yeah, so far, really love this. I definitely give this 2 thumbs up, and I'm definitely gonna be on here later to just show you guys how my face is looking, but I really love it so far. But I'll be on here later, guys. Hey guys, so it is now 1:24. I'm gonna do a little bit of a check-in before I get dressed. But so far, it still looks really, really good. You guys can see, like, I don't look oily, I don't look shiny. My pores still look really good. Like, everything blended out so nice together. And like, I went to the dentist, and you know, like when they do the cleaning and basically like the water's flying all over your mouth, they were literally like wiping away right over here, and I feel like it didn't even come off. Like, it didn't even smudge, it didn't come off. It still looks really, really good. So I still give this 2 thumbs up. I really, really like it. I feel like Smashbox killed it. It's really good. Like, I'm not even oily, it doesn't look cakey, nothing. Like, I love this. It's so darn good. I will be on here later just to show you guys my final thoughts and impressions. So bye. Hey guys, so it is now 7 o'clock. So I've had this foundation on for about 8.5 hours of wear, and I still think it looks so good. So as you guys can see, I do look a little shiny, like right on my forehead. I am underneath my daytime running light, so it does make it look a little bit brighter. But I mean, everything else besides my forehead looks so good. I'm actually gonna go ahead and just blot my forehead a little bit. I don't know if maybe if I use a different primer, I won't look as oily, but so far, like, I really like this. I feel like my skin looks really healthy. It looks really like glowy. It looks dewy besides my forehead. My forehead just looks a little bit oily, so let me actually go ahead and blot for you guys. For blotting paper, I do have Shiseido blotting paper, and I did pick this up at, I think it was TJ Maxx that I picked this up on. It was super cheap, super affordable. So I just do have the papers. I'm trying to get right under the light so you guys could really see. So it's mostly just my forehead that looks a little bit oily, but that is nothing a blotting paper or even some like powder can't fix. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just blot my entire face. Okay, so I blotted my face again, but I only got oily after 8.5 hours of wear. That is the oil that came off, so nothing like too horrible, but still a decent amount of oil that I did take off my face. But it looks really good. Everything is really staying on. I mean, there is no smudging, nothing came off. I think it looks amazing. The only thing that I did change is I did put on some lipstick, but everything else like looks exactly the same, and I really love it. I feel like even blotting didn't take away any of the makeup at all, like on my forehead. I feel like it looks really good. And sometimes with certain foundations, I actually do get some of the foundation coming off when I do blot my face. So I feel like it looks really good. I'm loving it. I definitely give it 2 thumbs up still. I'm gonna leave this on for a little bit longer until I head off to bed, probably take it off around 9 or so, but I think it looks good. I love it. I did get a little oily, but I was only after 8.5 hours of wear. So I feel like I did start getting oily at the 8-hour mark. So I feel like that's amazing. Just gonna leave it on for a little bit longer and I'll be back here, guys. Hey guys, so it is now 9:13 and my first check-in for this foundation was at 10:30. So I've had this foundation on for about 10.5 hours of wear, and this is how it's doing, and I feel like it looks really good. Like, I don't look as oily as I did before. Everything was just really, like, it stayed in place all day. It didn't budge, didn't come off, like it didn't get cakey or creasy. Like, I was even blowing my nose because of allergies, and I find that it didn't even come off that much either. Sorry, I'm looking in the viewfinder. But everything looks like really good. I feel like my skin just looks like flawless and filled, and it just looks really good. My skin looks really, really healthy. So let me know if you guys have tried this foundation. What is your skin type? What do you think about it? I love it. I want to test this out with another primer. So you guys know my holy grail is the Canon Austin primer. So I want to test it out and try it with that because I noticed that I love the Smashbox one. It just, the Smashbox doesn't keep me as matte as the Canon Austin. Canon Austin will always 100% have my heart. So I do find that the Smashbox one is definitely one of my second favorites, but I do have to blot with it. But at 8.5 hours of wear, I feel like that is a great time because it would keep me matte all throughout work. So I really do love it. I appreciate it. I'm probably going to wear it to work tomorrow because I'm obsessed. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of this foundation. If you've tried it, let me know. I want to hear all about it. But that is it for this video, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up if you do like it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you can be part of the ATFB fam. ATFB, all things fashion and beauty. And if you hit the post notification bell, you can get notified of all my future uploads. I usually do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. EST. And let's get me to 300 subscribers because I have a little giveaway and I'm so excited. But that's it for this video, guys. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.